You know that show, The Power Rangers? Let me tell you what people are accusing the Green Ranger of. Now, the story starts with this guy, Yasutomo. Yasutomo is 27 years old when all this begins, and he's living in Japan. And he has a really cool job. He works as a stuntman in a bunch of popular Japanese superhero-type TV shows like Tensou Sentai Goseiger and Kamen Rider O's. So he's doing all the hard flips, high falls, and complicated fight choreography so the main actors don't have to. But one day in 2009, everything changes. Yasutomo was on set, working, probably doing some kind of stunt, and suddenly he injures his knee. And this is not a minor injury, it's actually pretty bad. He hopes he can recover and get back to work, but over time it becomes clear his knee is never going to return to normal, and he's never going to fully recover. And just like that, his career as a stuntman is over. Yasutomo is devastated. Working in TV is his whole life. It's all he's ever done. Now he doesn't know what he's gonna do. So he starts thinking, maybe he could just act. Transition from stuntman to a regular on-screen actor. Maybe even become a big star. Why not? He's tall, he's good-looking. So he starts going to auditions, taking acting classes, doing whatever he can to improve. This goes on for a while, but in the end, he's not getting cast. His resume is full of stunt work, but no one recognizes his face because he always wore a suit and a helmet on screen. So he's not getting roles, he's struggling to pay bills, and the cost of acting classes keeps adding up. Over time, he starts going broke. So Yasutomo comes up with a plan. Why not break into people's houses and steal the money he needs? He starts training at a local park, preparing to scale walls and climb into homes. People see him out there all the time, wondering what he's doing. Then when he's not training, he's riding his bike through rich neighborhoods, looking for empty houses and planning his entry points. Eventually, he finds one. No one's home. He can't go through the front door, so he uses his stuntman skills to parkour up the side of the house, finds an unlocked entry, gets inside, grabs cash, jewelry, anything valuable, and leaves. It works. So he does it again and again, riding his bike, targeting empty homes, climbing up to second floors, entering through balconies, taking what he wants, and disappearing. Over time, police realize they're dealing with a serial burglar. People report seeing a tall, good-looking man lurking around, but that's not enough to identify him. Meanwhile, Yasutomo levels up. He's no longer using poles or trees. He's climbing straight up walls using just his fingers, so police give him a nickname, the Spider-Man Thief. He keeps going for months. In total, he breaks into 43 different places and steals over 8 million Japanese yen worth of cash and valuables, about $77,000 in 2014. At this point, it's basically his full-time job. Now here's where the Green Ranger comes in. Yasutomo worked on shows like Tensou Sentai Goseiger, which was later adapted in the US as Power Rangers Megaforce. And while the American version uses different actors, they often reuse the original Japanese fight footage. So it's possible you've actually seen Yasutomo in a ranger suit. But there's no proof he was ever specifically the Green Ranger. That part is just an urban legend, spread by a viral meme showing the Green Ranger next to Yasutomo's face, claiming he committed the 43 burglaries. For years, people believed it, but it's not true. Anyway, back to Yasutomo. After about 8 months in 2014, he's still out there climbing into houses until one day, police respond to another break-in and find footprints at the scene. They trace those footprints back to a local park, the same park where Yasutomo trains. They search the area and find stolen items. Now they know their suspect is connected to that park, so they stake it out. And one day, they see him, Yasutomo, training. They approach him, match his footprints to the ones from the crime scene, and just like that, they arrest him. He later confesses to all 43 burglaries and is sentenced to 5 years in prison.